Hey, in this video, I want to show you how to put together your own website / your own blog page. And it's not as hard as a lot of people have probably made you believe that it is. And I think if you see how simple it really is, you'll get excited that you can put one together pretty quickly, start adding to it. And obviously, as you do these things, you continue to learn, you become better at them, and who knows, maybe down the road you can even use it as an income stream for not only what you're marketing, but potentially, if you want to do the service for somebody yourself. Now, I've set up quite a few of these myself. Obviously, my learning curve started out just like everybody else. You got to try it, see what happens. You're not going to typically break anything or get hurt doing it, but it's a very simple process to do. And I'm just going to walk you through it because I think if you see how simple it is, what it entails, you're either going to do it or you at least understand that it's not as intimidating, and you're not going to have to pay thousands of dollars a month to have somebody else do it for you, or being overcharged for that process. So let me tell you this, I pay a whopping $9 a month for my blog site, okay? And I've had it for quite a few years. And how you begin this process is very simply by going over to GoDaddy.com, okay? GoDaddy is where I buy my domain names and where I buy my my hosting service. Hosting is basically the money you pay to have a website up and running, okay? Now, the easiest process, if you're not familiar with this, is you typically buy a domain name, which is what they call the URL / the web address. This is your virtual address on the internet, okay? So we're going to go use Big Tom's website, okay? Big Tom's website, we're going to see if that's available, and it should be, obviously. And it comes up and there's bigtomswebsite.com, okay? So I go, wow, that's a perfect domain for me. That's what I'm going to build my brand around, is that. On here, you just would click select, you walk through the process, you buy your domain for 14, 15 bucks a year, and you're up and running, okay? Now, the next important thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get what they call web hosting, and you're going to have what they call WordPress. WordPress is the platform that your website is basically made from. You're going to have WordPress installed. The best part about using GoDaddy is they have a very, very good customer service, and they can help you do all this stuff. So you don't have to do the technical things of these things. I'm just going to show you the getting it up and running. So what I would do is you buy your domain. Then you're going to call the 24-hour support number and say, hey, this is Big Tom. I just bought my domain name for my site. I would like to have hosting, which is the $8.95 a month service. I usually pay monthly, and then and you can actually host 5 websites on that same hosting plan. So if you Big Tom's website or Big Lisa's website, and you could have them all on one plan. But anyhow, call them up, have them install the hosting, and then have them install WordPress. Now, once they do that, you're going to get an email from them that says, here's your password and your username. Boom, we are now, believe it or not, you actually have a website it's ready to go. Okay, what's going to happen is the first time you join, go in, you're going to default to a place that looks just like this, that basically WordPress is installed, and it's going to ask you to log in with your username and password. And this is where it is. And so anytime you're now going to go to your web page to edit it, it would be bigtomswebsite.com /WP or hyphen login. That's all you need. And boom, it'll take you to this page, or save the email that you got. Now you log in, okay? So when you log in, you're going to look immediately at what they call the dashboard. So this is the back office where this stuff is built. And again, don't be intimidated by it. And for the first time, if it's the first time you set your website up with GoDaddy, more than likely you're going to also see that they have some very easy things that'll help you get your site up and running as quickly as possible, so you can walk through the first parts of it. But let's say you log in and you see something similar to this. Now what's going to happen is on the left-hand side is where you're going to see your menu of things that you're going to do or can do with your website, such as posts. You're going to make posts because you're going to post stuff on here like a blog, okay? And if you hover over it, you'll notice that it gives you a little drop-down menu on the main menu. Media would be where you're going to upload pictures, images, things like that. Pages, as you maybe build your page out, you might have a training page, a shop here page, you know, a tools page, and so on, and you can build those through pages. So you got blog posts, and then pages are typically the headers up at the top. People can leave comments if you want. There are a couple things I have plugged in. And the first thing, more than likely, the first place you're going to end up going is where they call appearance. Appearance is just how your website looks like, or what it looks like. So on appearance, first thing I would recommend that you do is go in, or you're going to have to do, is you're going to have to choose a theme. Now, it may automatically default to a theme for you. A theme is just basically the overall layout, look, structure of your website. Okay, and understand this is all free through WordPress. You're not paying any more for this stuff. Now, you can buy themes that are more expensive and have a lot more functionality, but I'm just trying to give you the basics of this right now. I think that a great theme that you could use is this one right here. It's a free one. It's called MH Newsdesk Lite. You can just copy, you know, MH, write it down on a piece of paper, and then type it in. I'll show you where you do that. If you were going to add this specific theme, which is what my current website looks like, and let me show you, I use it for my quarterback coach for my son. His website I made for him is that same theme, and you can see what it kind of looks like. Great functionality here, plenty of blog posts over here, lots of good images, and then if somebody clicks on one, it shows the exact post and so on, and then you have the pages up here of different things that if I wanted to. Okay, so it's a great theme to have. Iconic One is also a nice one if you'd like to do that. I've made training sites with this theme itself. So all you would do then is you would just type it in, you click add new, and then after you go to add new, it's if you copied it, you just type in MH Newsdesk Lite news, and then you can see what the image like right there. It's already installed for me, but if I was to do it, I would just click preview if I wanted to double check it, or automatically install, and boom, I'm up and running. Okay, so it's that easy to put this, and all of a sudden, bang, you have the whole platform ready to go. So in appearance now, since I clicked on this, it's already open to some of these. I'm going to go to where we're going to do a little customization just so you can get this thing up and running. Now, in the customization area, all you got to do is when you click on it, it's going to pull up what your site currently looks like. Obviously, I've got stuff already posted on here, so it doesn't look anything like this to you as it would me, or vice versa. And then it's theme options, site identity. Site identity would be if you wanted to put titles. If you don't have a header image yet, you can just put Big Tom's website, you know, building better leaders for tomorrow is your tagline. So it'd be Big Tom and small or big, and then the little tagline would be underneath there. Now the other thing is if you want to have an image at the very top of your website, you can click header image. You can go make it yourself on canva.com. I have done a training on that in the lab, and then you just click add a new image. It'll ask you to upload it. Once you uploaded it, you're good to go, and you know it's there, and you can resize it. I typically don't mess with the background. The menus maybe a little bit, and current widgets, you don't need to do any of that stuff yet. Once you have that, and you like what the header looks like, you just click save, and now you're good to go. Okay, so simply right that you would now have your website literally ready to roll, and it's now up and running. It's that quick that you can have a site up. Okay. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice once you've logged in is at the very top, you're going to see it says new. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and, you know, you've got your site, you got your header up there, you got a little title. We want to add a little content to the site now. So what you can do is, there's a couple things. One, if you go to posts, you're going to see it says all posts. If you were to automatically click on that now, what's going to happen is there's usually one that says Hello Dolly or something like that, or Hello World, that will pop up, and that's one that they pre-made for you. You can delete that out of there if you wanted to, or edit it or whatever and change it. But I'm just going to show you how simple it is to make blog posts for your website. So in this case right here at the top, you're going to see it says new post, media, page, or so on. We're just going to make a post because we want to get our first bit of content up. So we're going to click post, and what's nice about this is it looks a lot like you would make an email. So it's very simple to make a post to do this. So in add a new post, I would put something like Big Tom's first post, or whatever you might feel that is the appropriate thing. Okay, I'm not going to go through all. I'm going to copy and paste some text here from my what I use for my YouTube channel. But let's say I put this here and I just copy and paste it. So if you already have something typed out, you could just copy and paste it and drop it in here. It might be formatting. That's why it's taking a little bit of time to do this. Yeah, there. And so it's on here. It's already pre-made, you know, and so on. Okay, so I already have something there. Now and if you want at any time, what's nice, you can see what it looks like live ahead of time by coming over to the right side and the top right. You'll see it says preview. If I click that, it'll open a new page, which would be the actual link of that post, and you can see what it looks like. Now I don't like the fact that it doesn't have any space here, so I would close this window out, and I would go here and I would go space, space, and then I would preview it again. And now it's going to show me that it dropped it down a little bit. So pretty cool, okay? So I like how it's going so far. This is already hyperlinked on here and so on. But now let's say I want to add a video, okay? I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to click on YouTube. Hopefully one, I think should default to one I have made. Okay, I've got a video here that I just posted a couple days ago, or yesterday actually, of a training I did. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I pulled this up and I want to add this to my blog post because maybe that's the content. Maybe that's what I'm going to write about. Hey, in this video, I teach. Big Tom's going to teach you how to do what the best 10 books are for networkers or whatever. Then all you do is you just go up here to the URL header. You right click, you know, copy and paste it. Copy the link. Go back over to your where you're doing it. And let's say I want to put it down here. I get the cursor in, and then I'm going to right click and click paste, and the link should fire in there here in a second. Maybe, might not because okay, anyhow, it probably doesn't because I have the I know what it was. Because I copied this stuff, it didn't it's already formatted incorrectly on the Word document, so that's why it didn't copy there. But you can see I just added this, so I went to the bottom of it where it was able to do that. I pasted it, and now the video is automatically in there. Now what's cool is I'll go back to preview, click on that, and now I see everything's still the way it was. And then at the very bottom, you'll notice how nice it looks. And then as somebody plays it, it's playing right from YouTube, right on your blog page. Okay, so you just made something automatically and put it on there, and it's ready to roll. Okay. Now one other thing, so we can make this post look really good, is when you typically see it, you always want to have a nice image for your post. So where you go for that is on the right hand side. You scroll down here on the right, and you'll see it says set featured image. So if I click on that, if I already have a bunch of images in my library, it'll give me those. We're going to say you don't, and we're going to start you from scratch. What I would do is I would go over to Canva, canva.com. I've taught you, hopefully if you haven't watched this, watch this video, pause this one and start over there. And then what I do is I usually go to the one that's the size of a Facebook ad. So I scroll down here, and there it is at the bottom, Facebook ad. I go here to Canva, and I'm going to use, let's say, this one right here. I'm going to retype what this says. Big Tom's post. Okay. I like this image. Actually, I'm going to change that image. I'm going to add, what am I going to add? I'm going to add a football picture to it. Okay. And then I click download. So now I have this downloading. I'm going to go back, while it's downloading, I'm going to go back over to my post here. And what it'll do is it'll ask you to click select files to find the file. I have a Mac, so I can just drag and drop it. You might be able to do that. And now I've dragged it and dropped it there. And now it's going to be, and then I'm going to say set featured image. Now if I click that, it'll only show up right here. But then what you do is you go up here in the top right corner, look up preview, and this will be the header image of the post. Big Tom's first post. So it shows there, and then as they scroll down, there's the content of the page, and there's my video. Okay, if I like what I see right here, all I've got to do now is just click publish, and I now have my first page up and running, and we're good to go. And you know, boom, there's my post. And once I've done that, now as soon as I do that, this will be the URL right here that I can now share with people. I can post it, it'll go live, and we'll be good to go. And now I'm ready to go. Now if I wanted to keep working on this before I made it live, you can click save draft, and then once you save the draft, you'll just go over here to posts, click on all posts, and you'll see the title of it in the drafts area. And in fact, actually I'm going to do that for you right now. I'm going to go to let me stay here for let me say save draft. Okay, so we're going to save the draft. I'm going to go over here to all posts, and this is the list of all the you know, the posts I've already done. And then I'm going to just click on this one because I'm not done with it. I'm going to go back and edit it. Click on it, and guess what? There it is, up and running again. And until you want to make it live, you can push publish. If at any time you click publish and you find an error in it, as an example, so I'm going to give you an example. So let's say I went to all posts. Here's a recent post I did. I click on it to edit it. Actually, I'm going to go to I'm actually going to go view it. Once you're logged in, this is kind of neat for quick editing. This was the one I was just clicking on, but I click on it, it pulls it up. But since I'm already logged in, you'll notice at the top here, it actually gives me the automatic. So if I was in here playing around, I clicked on one, I'm looking through, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I spelled upload wrong. I can click edit post, and I'm good to go right immediately. There we are. And now I can go in and edit this thing and just click update, and boom, I'm now up and running, and I've got my post all fixed and so on. So it's really, really simple to get your web page up, get it running, and so on. Now, last thing I want to just briefly show you, I know my computer's about to run out of juice, but I'm going to show you how to make some of these right here. These are what they call the menus, menu tabs, menu bar, and so on. All you're going to do is you're going to go to your dashboard, back in the dashboard, you click on pages, add new, and then this will be the name of the page. So if I wanted to do a training page, training, I just leave training, I type that in, and it's almost identical to what you're doing with, you know, making it. So if I wanted to add the video to the training page, I could do it like that. I can preview what the page looks like, get title of the page, and what'll happen now is click that. After I've saved this page, and published it, on the left hand side it's going to say appearance. I go to themes, customize, menus. Okay, I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to menus, and over on menus is where you would see the page that I did, and I would click it. So that's the one I just did. I would click it, add to menu, and it would add over here, and then click save menu, and now I've got it up and running on my site. And now when I refresh it, it's going to go there. So this was just a basic overview. It's more of a training, I guess you could say, to encourage you to do your own site if you haven't done one. Okay, for $8 a month, you can figure this stuff out. It's not that hard. And you know, once you do one and so on, like I've made them for people, and I've shown them just some basic stuff, and now they're just putting out some amazing things, some great content. And you know, and it's, you know, you teach a man how to fish, feed him for a day, or give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, feed him for a lifetime. It's the same thing when you do this. So now you're going to be, you have another skill that you add to, and you can do a lot of great things once you have your site up and running. Make it look good, you know, add themes, different things like that. So hopefully you got something out of this training, and there's plenty more back in the back office of the lab on just about everything you can think of to help you with your business, and tips and tricks that you may need to build your business in a big way. So thanks again. I'll see you on some of the other videos.